You and I had no idea we would be living in the age of Trump.
Yeah, that's for sure.
No idea, you know. And so on the one hand, you figure, okay, in the Republican Party, you got a number of candidates. And, you know, you make your choices. Democratic Party, you got a number of candidates, you make your choices. You and I chose candidates that didn't win in the primary. And then we had to choose, are we going with the two candidates that, in our view, don't meet the criteria of integrity?
We were in the same position because the question was, did Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, either one, reach the threshold of decency and integrity required to be president of the United States? And I'm sure you were under the same pressure that I was under. You as a former Bernie Sanders supporter, me as a former Ted Cruz supporter.
That's right.
We were under the same pressure to go along, to join the team, to conform, and we were under the same threats. If you don't, you'll be an outsider.
That's true.
If you don't, you're excommunicated from the movement, from the club. And yet,
I was not
admired.
Surprised. I was not surprised when you stood your ground.
Yeah, as you did as well.
You stood your ground. As you did as well. You know,
of course, now you've been doing it for years as a critic from the left of the Obama administration. I know that you were under tremendous pressure and criticism for not going along with Obama, for your willingness to criticize publicly the first black American president. But you were willing to do it, even though you knew that it meant you weren't going to get invitations to the White House, you were not going to be an insider, you weren't going to have the status that you might otherwise have enjoyed, you weren't going to be on MSNBC every night and all that stuff.
And you would have done the same thing to the first president.
I'd like to think I would have.
West Virginia, first Catholic,
yeah.
or whatever, you know what I mean? Because it's a matter, we're fallible and finite and fallen, so we fall on our faces, but we really try to the best of our ability, and this is when we help each other in this regard, to try to sustain our quest for integrity, honesty, and decency. And it's a precious quest, and it's not pure, it's not pristine, but it has much to do with how we were raised, it has much to do with the choices we make in terms of our religious Christian faith. It has something to do with the traditions that we choose to be a part of. And also how we choose to die, that we intend to be faithful unto death.